Well, severe weather wreaked havoc throughout Lake County and the Flathead this morning. KPAX's Jordan Johnson was in Polson to assess the damage.
High winds and severe thunderstorms on Sunday morning have left 20,000 people without power in Flathead Lake.
I can't remember, it lasted maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of just heavy rainfall, heavy wind, heavy everything.
Sandy Crow is a Whitefish resident, and she says that the 65-mile-per-hour winds had caused some damage to her area.
There was a pretty large tree down at the corner of Railway and Lupfer, and it looks like it took out the front end of a car.
This wasn't the only damage she saw. She also sent MTN News this video of winds blowing down a roof near newly constructed apartment complexes. In Polson, the damage was just as extensive.
Several trees down on Finley Point, trees on power lines, trees on houses, trees on cars.
Finley Point Fire Chief Brent Berland says that the damages from most areas were from tree clearings.
I would suggest that, if you do any tree clearing, that people need to realize it weakens the trees that are left.
Fire Chief Berland said that he wasn't personally impacted, but his team of firefighters were all called out to help assess the damage.
No, not affected, just power outage, and I've had probably 15 firefighters out and about today with like 7 trucks as well.
Crow says that this storm reminded her of living in eastern Montana.
Well, I lived in eastern Montana for a few years, so I got used to storms living over there. This was kind of reminiscent of storms I saw when I lived on that end.
Fire Chief Berland wanted to make areas of the downed power lines safe for the public.
Our main concern was to make the scene safe and, if possible, clear the roadway so people can get in or out if they had to.
Finley Point Fire was joined by agencies such as Mission Valley Power, Kings Point, Rocky Point, and Big Arm Fire crews. Fire Chief Berland wanted to remind the public to stay away from downed power lines and do not try to drive over them. In Polson, Jordan Johnson, MTN News.
The crews are still working to get all power restored up in the Flathead region.